Well, I got for my birthday some watercolours, and I've used watercolours before, but watercolour pencils and the watercolour pens. I've never used solid watercolours, and I wanted to have a little go, see how they work. Oh, look at that. So it comes with its own little palette, some colours, some sponge, and some water brushes as well. And what I'm going to do is combine these watercolours with some of my doodles to see if we can make some art. And I've been doodling for years. I've probably shown these before. This is just a couple of my doodle books that I've got. Oh, I just love to sit and doodle. I find it really relaxing, therapeutic, and it inspires me, and it helps my hand and eye coordination. I'm going to do some watercolouring as a background on this paper, and then I'm going to incorporate one of my doodles throughout, and I'll show you how I do that. So the first thing I'm going to do is tape my paper down, and I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. One, if I don't, the paper will curl up when it gets wet, and I don't want it to curl up. I want it to lay nice and flat. And the other thing is, I really like having a border. Now I'm using just normal masking tape here. It's not particularly straight, I'm sure. And that should do me. Lovely. That's taped down nice and firm. That will give me a border, and it will stop this curling up, because I will no doubt dry this as it's going along using a hairdryer to speed it up. I'm going to try these brushes, and they're two different types. And all you need to do is fill them with water. So I've got some water in there now. And what I'm going to do is choose my colours. And all I'm doing is I'm going over on this paper at a bit of an angle to give it a bit of background colour. And if I want a bit more depth in one area, I can just go in it like that and bring out the colours to the side. I love watercolours. I love any paint, really. I wish I was a good painter. I want some white here as well. I want some negative space. I'm just going to quickly wash that brush out, and now I'm going to use a brighter colour next to that. Now these will probably merge in anyway and create a different colour, which is fine by me. I'm going to put that one up here. Oh, I'm loving these solid colours. They really are lovely to work with. If you've worked with them, let me know what you think. Again, making it a little uneven. I don't want it to be an even colouring and covering. I will definitely want some negative space in it somewhere. And now what I'm going to do is add the next colour along to that into it. Give it a bit of tonal difference. And that's brightened it up quite a lot, which I like. And then I'm going to put a darker of what I think is the blue into the blue as well. And then in the middle, I'm going to use a nice red and do exactly the same thing till they've joined up. And then I'll show you what I'm going to do next. So now I've got my colours down, what I'm going to do is reactivate those a little bit more. And just go across like this. Soften them up, blend them in, get a bit more colour in there. Same for the red. And then again, the same for the yellows. There, that was easy to do. And now what I'm going to do is let that dry. Well, I'm going to dry it with a hairdryer. Woohoo! That's all nice and dry. I really like it. And it's important to get it dry for the next step. I'm going to be using these markers. And they're permanent markers to doodle with. And I've got a set of them. I will link everything in the description. So don't worry if you want to try it and get a hold of it. Because I think this is going to look great. And they're all different sizes. Now I'm going to start off with the largest one. And when I doodle, all I do is create repetitive patterns. And I like the way that repetitive patterns come out. Now this is a book I did, probably 5 or 6 years ago. Maybe even more, 10 years ago, maybe. Could be more. I've got loads of these books. I never throw them away because I really like them. There's cakes and things. I must have been feeling quite hungry when I was doing that one. So as you can see, these kind of, they're all repetitive like type patterns, and I fill them in and do different bits and pieces with them. I'm going to do something that's very flowery looking, but not flowery, if you know what I mean. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to have my first line start not in a corner, because I think that would be too contrived. So I'm going to start off at the edge. I'm going to put a line in going across there. That's my first line. It doesn't matter if you've got a bit there like that hasn't kind of done what you want it to do. But I want it to go across that page. And then from here, all I'm going to do is draw another line, like a flower shape there, and then put some lines inside it. Again, I'll go off there, another flower shape, put some lines inside it. I think I might put one down the middle of that one. Yeah, to me that looks a better shape. So this is quite a quick art thing. And off there, I could, if I wanted to, I could come off here like that, put a smaller one in, maybe off there, put a larger one in. And there's loads of videos and things on how to doodle. I just love doodling. I doodle nearly every night, I would think. and I want some coming off the bottom there. And there's no wrong or right way to doodle. There's no wrong or right way to create and craft anyway. You want to create and craft how you want to create and craft, that's entirely up to you. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to progress like that throughout, using different size pens, maybe adding some different shapes if I need to, and then continue on. So what I'm going to do is I'll speed this up so you can see what I'm doing quite a lot, and then I'll talk you through it and I'll show you what it looks like at the end. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. I decided to add some leaves to it as well, and I'm filling these in with the black pen because I think that highlights them a little bit more and gives the picture a little bit more depth. What I would suggest is that you stick to 1 or 2 patterns when you're doing this. That way it gives a lot more clarity and the eye is drawn into it. I'm also on Facebook and I'm also on Instagram, so check me out on both of those. The links are in the description below. And again, I'm randomly putting in these leaves wherever I think they should go, just to break it up a little bit. And I'm doing them in different sizes as well, because again, that gives the picture a little bit more depth. I'm loving these watercolours, thank you. I love them and they were given to me as a birthday present. Quick thank you to everyone that got me a coffee last month. If you'd like to buy me a coffee just to say thank you and help support this little channel, then the link for that is in the description below. So finishing this off now, putting a few more in, letting them cross over in some places, and then making a decision on if there's too much. I step away from it, have a good look at it, and then think, yeah, I'll put a couple more in there of different sizes, and then the picture's nearly done. Well, I think that's enough now. I don't want to overcrowd it because I think that would spoil it. And I do have a tendency to overcrowd things. Let's take off the tape. And if you pull that gently and lay it flat, then it shouldn't rip the paper that I've found. There we go. That's all finished. I think that's come out really pretty. Let me know what you think in the comments. The last thing I need to do on this is to put a little signature on it. I do like to put a little signature on. And I'm going to put my signature there. And I'll put the date on the back. There we are. Look how pretty that is. Those colours are lovely and vibrant, and that pen and doodle just really enhances that. Such a simple thing to do. So practice your doodling. Chuck a bit of watercolour down and you've got a great little picture. You can put that in a frame and give it to someone, or turn it into a card to give to someone. I've also done another one that I'm going to show you now that's a little bit different, and you can let me know what you think of that one. This is the second one I made. I really like that. I think it's come out very, very pretty. Again, you could cut this down, have that as inserts in a card, or you could frame it and put it on the wall like that. I think it just looks really pretty. And all these inspirations have just come from the doodles that I've done in my doodle book. Please move that like button if you haven't already done so, and make sure that you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any of my future projects. Take care, enjoy your crafting, bye.